Jaratkaru saw his own ancestors hanging head downward over a pit, and the one thing that could save them was the one thing he had vowed never to seek. Adi Parva, Book 1, Chapter 42. In the previous chapter, the sage Jaratkaru found his ancestors suspended upside down in a pit, clinging to a single thread of virana grass that a rat was slowly gnawing through. They were the Yayavaras, and they were falling from the heavenly world because their lineage had no heir. Now this chapter answers what Jaratkaru chose to do about it. I am Jaratkaru, your guilty son, who has acted wrongly. Punish me for my misdeeds, O ancestors, for I am one who has not mastered himself. Son, by good fortune you have come to this place. But why have you not taken a wife? This thought has always turned in my heart, that I would carry this body to the other world as an urdhvaretas, one vowed to lifelong celibacy, preserving all vital energy upward. But seeing you hanging like birds over the pit, O forefathers, suspended and awaiting a descendant to free you, I have turned my mind away from brahmacharya, the vowed life of celibacy. I will fulfill your wish and take a wife. Of this there is no doubt. If ever I find a maiden who shares my very name, she must come forward of her own accord, offered freely like alms. I will accept such a woman, but only one whose maintenance I would not have to bear. If I can find a marriage on such terms, I will settle down. Otherwise, I will not. This is my truth, O forefathers. Having spoken to his ancestors, the sage wandered the earth in search of a wife, but he could find none, for he was old, O Shaunaka. When despair overtook him, urged on by his ancestors, he went into a forest and cried aloud in his sorrow. Whatever beings exist here, those rooted in place, those that move, those that remain hidden, let them all hear my words. My ancestors urge me, even as I remain devoted to fierce tapas, saying, settle down and marry. Out of grief for them, I wish to do what brings them joy. To find a wife, I roam the entire earth, begging for a maiden as alms. I am poor and of sorrowful nature, urged on by my ancestors. Whoever among the beings here has a maiden of the kind I have described, let them give her to me as I wander. She who shares my name, who comes forward of her own accord, like alms freely offered, and whom I would not have to maintain, give me such a maiden. Those nagas who had been posted to watch over Jaratkaru carried this news at once to Vasuki, lord of nagas. Hearing it, Vasuki took an adorned maiden and went into the forest to meet the sage. There he offered her to Jaratkaru, as one offers alms, but the sage did not accept her. He held back, thinking she might not share his name, and the matter of her maintenance had not been settled. He was also fixed in his resolve toward moksha, liberation from rebirth, and so he found himself of two minds about accepting her. He then asked the maiden's name, and said to Vasuki, I would not undertake her maintenance. Moved by his ancestors' helpless position and the certainty of their ruin, Jaratkaru agrees to marry, but only on terms so precise and demanding that even finding a bride becomes an act of severe restraint. In the next chapter, Vasuki gives his own sister to Jaratkaru as his wife, and Jaratkaru accepts her under one absolute condition. She must never displease him, a compact whose consequences will not be long in arriving. The journey continues in the next chapter.